Namaste. Welcome to Buddha's teaching. Today's topic, we're going to talk about a lot of people who have gone through many things in life, right? As we age, when we were young, not so much trouble, because we live under the care of our parents. But as we age, as we grow older, we get into middle school, we get into high school, and we get into our 20s and 30s, and so on and so forth. We start to run into problems, we start to have issues, we start to have, fight, arguments, and disagreement with a lot of things, with a lot of people, right? With people at school, people at work, with families and all that. And so as we grow older and older, as we age, as we all say that, as we age into our lives, for a lot of us, we run into problem, and the problem seems to keep happening. Okay, and one thing lead to another. A lot of times people get into uh, sort of irreversible situation that leads to some kind of breakups in the family, in the relationship, whether between husbands and wives, between um, children and parents, between siblings, or even if we have issue inside at work and all that. Okay, so as we age, as we grow older, we are facing with more challenges, and then many times, a lot of times, we end up with a broken heart, right? We end up with a lot of headache, with a lot of broken heart, a lot of stress, um, um, a lot of loneliness, and you name it, and I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so for many people, they get caught up in that situation, and it seems like there is no way out. Okay, and they just keep pushing, keep going forward, putting the smile on their face when they meet people, right? Hi, how are you? Fine, I'm good. Okay, and all that. But in actuality, they are hurt. Okay, they are hurt. So what do we do? Okay, many people are caught in this situation. Okay, so and for many people, they just don't know what to do. They just think that is life. That's what life is all about, and life sucks and things like that. That's what a lot of people um, say. Okay, so there is a way out. Okay, life doesn't have to be this way. All right, as the Buddha has found out. Okay, there is a way out. Okay, so that is a good news, right? Life does not have to be this way. Okay, the way that you are caught up in whatever situation that seems to be so difficult, that seems to be dark. Okay, like there is no option for you. What you know, you struggle and all that. Um, it doesn't have to be that way. Okay, there is a way out, and but the thing is, so the good news is there is a way out. Okay, so and but the other side of it is that you have to be willing to commit yourself, okay, to make something different, to make a change. Okay, because a change in our lives, um, it can only happen when we uh, accept ourselves and we are willing to change. Okay, If we are not willing to change, then nothing is going to change. So the change has to start with us. It has to start within. All right. So that is the important step for all of us, for people who are caught up in whatever situation, and you feel stress, you feel not happy and all that because of the situation that you have encountered from previous years, from whatever relationship or experiences that you have. It doesn't matter. Okay, it does not matter what kind of trauma, what kind of experience, what kind of uh, encounters that you have had with whomever. Okay, with whomever, it doesn't matter. The important thing is, from this point on, are you willing to make the change? Okay, because just like I said, life does not have to be this way forever and ever. Okay, there's a way out, and there's a blue sky that awaits you. Right now there's dark cloud covering, okay, that prevent you from seeing the blue sky that is behind the dark cloud, right? But it has to start with you. Okay, it has to you have to have the will, you have to have the commitment to say, that you say to yourself, I'm willing to make the change. I'm not gonna be like this. Okay, I want to live my life to the fullest instead of being in this kind of situation, in this kind of status. All right. So the commitments have to start with you, because the change has to start with you. Right. It's so let me reiterate that very phrase. The change and the commitment has to start with you. Right. What it means is that it does not involve other people. Okay, it does not involve other people. So yes, you had issue with other people. Okay, and up until now, the issue that you have is because you disagree with other people, and because of that you're not happy and whatnot. And in your mind, because you are of course maintain the righteousness or whatnot, so the other person, the other people are the culprit, are the problem that cause your misery, that cause the uh, suffering in your life, right? But we are talking now about you. Okay, we're not talking about other people. The chain that is within you, within all of us. Okay, we are not talking about making other people to change. We are not talking about how to uh, what to do to make people change, to make people understand us. That is not what we're talking about here. The change I'm talking about is from within you yourself. It's the commitment that you're gonna say to yourself, yes, I'm willing to change, because this is not what uh, my life is gonna be like this. Not anymore, not forever. I'm willing to make the change. Okay, so once you have the will, then yes, there is a way. Okay, so your will to change is the most important step in making a break out of the misery, out of the problem, out of the whatever issue that you have. uh, doesn't matter. It's your will. Your will is the most important. So if you decide, okay, let's do this, I want to make the change within, I want to change within myself. How do I do it? Okay. How do I do it? Okay. So it's very important that you make this commitment. Okay. Once you make that commitment, so and the next step is that you would need to open your mind. Okay. you have to learn how to open your mind. So what does that mean? Opening your mind. So to open your mind is that the step that involved is that you let go of your self for the time being right now. Okay, let's put away your your thinking. Okay, but whatever that you cling on to, that you attach on to from to the past experience that you have, and the other person is wrong, I am right, or whatnot. Okay, let go of that. Okay, that's how you start the opening of your mind. Okay, you try to clear your mind, you learn to empty your mind. Okay, by letting go. Okay, letting go of what troubles you. Okay, you let go of all those experiences, whatever that those bad experience before, you put it aside somewhere far away. Okay, because memory, you cannot erase memory. It's all, whatever happened is already registered in your brain, and there's no way you can erase it. But you can put it aside. It's another word that we can empty it in a way. Okay, put it aside. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it. Because it happened in the past. It's not that you cannot bring it back. So forget about it. Right. So now open your mind. So what is it? Why do you need to open your mind? If you have a mind that is closed, you cannot receive anything new. Okay, you cannot receive new lesson, new advice of how to change yourself. All right, in order to change, you need to learn something new. Right, you need to learn something new. So in order for you to learn something new, okay, you have to be able to receive. Okay, so in order for you to receive, you have to be able to open up your mind by not clinging to ideas. Okay, by not clinging to opinions, by not clinging to ideologies, by not clinging to anything that you have, the habits that you have, the belief. Okay, you believe in something or whatnot, you just put it all aside. Right, put it all aside and say to yourself, I'm willing to listen, I'm willing to open up. Okay, to receive something new. Okay, whatever I have learned, I have accumulated in my life so far, that is registered in the memory. Okay, whatever that is, put it aside. Okay, I'm willing to get something new in here. Okay, so that I can make the change. Okay, to to my life, because up until now it's not doing good. So I have to make a change. That's what you need to say to yourself. Okay, because you can say to yourself that my life doesn't have to be this way. Okay, um, it can be a lot better. But in order to do that, you have to be willing to receive new information, to receive new lesson, to receive new way of thinking. Okay, because the old way that you have been doing is not working. Okay, the habit that you have been thinking, the mind that you have had before up until now, that mind is, has so far getting you into the situation that you're in. Okay, so that mind is not working. Okay, so we have to put that aside and say, okay, let's figure out something new here, because what I've been thinking, what I've been doing is not working. All right, it's not working. That's why I'm so in so much uh, tough situation. So now once you open your mind, then you can learn to listen. Okay, and if you're willing to listen, and then the mind can receive. You put away, just like I said, identity, because we all have identity, believe it or not. Okay, I am this, I am the mother, I am the father, I am the teacher, I am the victim. Okay, um, whatever that that your mind has been telling you of who you are, gone, throw away, out of the window. Okay, out of the window. Okay, and then now that you throw that away out of the window, you say, okay, let's do this. All right. So what is it that I need to do? Okay. So this is what we are talking about in Buddha's teaching. And as we all know, the Buddha taught about who we are, right? The way we think, the body and the mind. Okay. Um, what is it? So as I have covered in previous episodes, we cover about body, uh, the form, right? In Pali language, word called rupa, and the mind that is called nama, right? Or we sometimes we call it nama rupa or rupa nama, okay? Form and mind, body and mind. So, uh, so the new information that I'm trying to get to you is that you need to understand the mind process, the mental process. Okay, this is a unique teaching. Okay, whatever that your mind has been doing up until now, it's not working. That's why you're in a tough situation. Put away and say, okay, let me understand this. What's going on here? Why am I in a situation like this? It has it all has to do with this thinking here that it's not working. Okay, it's not working. um, you have to acknowledge that something is not working. So let me recalibrate this thing here to make it work better, right? So you need to recalibrate the thing, the mind, to make it work better. So that's where the Buddha's teaching come in. The Buddha teach about the body and the mind, right? And the mind is, of course, is the operating system that we all have, right? um, the mind runs everything. Okay, the reason that we have issue and all that is because of our mind. So now when you're willing to open up to understand yourself, to understand the issue, the mind, your mind so far that bring you to this point, to this situation, it's all about the mind, right? Your mind has been fighting with other people, with other situation. It's all mind driven, right? um, so far that mind has put you in a difficult spot, so we're gonna recalibrate that mind so that it works better, right? So it works better. And now, in order for it to work better, so you have to take some screw out, some bolts out, and put some oil back in, and to re, to put it back together in a proper way, right? So what you need to do is, first of all, at least you need to understand, you need to learn the different, what is that mind so far that you have up until now that bring you to this situation. So the Buddha said, okay, let's step back and let's understand this mind. Okay, let's look into this mind. Let's break it apart and to show you what is this mind all about. Okay, so that's why we have covered the mind faculties, the mind, or the mind ingredients that show you what the mind does and what is it that cause problem, right? What is it that cause issue in the life, in our lives, right? What are the things that is making you things, whatever, what is it? So that's that is the step that we all need, that you need. If you're willing to make a change, this is the step, the proper way, the proper step to make a change. Okay, put away the things that you experienced before, and let's start something new. Okay, this is something new. So you learn, you go back to my previous episode, you learn about mind faculties, mind ingredients, how the mind come about. Okay, the mind reaction, and there's the identification of the self, of the I, the mind, and how does a speech come out, how does our anger, what is it that the anger do, the desire, or the greed, the different scenario that the mind is doing. Okay, so that's where the change happen. Once you understand the mechanism, the movement of the mind, you start to realize, okay, oh, okay, so because of this mind right here, it leads this kind of mind, or the unwholesome mind, okay, leads to this dark spot, leads to this difficult situation. This leads to difficult scenario, or difficult uh, things in life. And there's another group of mind faculty that leads you to different uh, different level of mental state that makes you a better person. Okay, so the change is within, but in order to change, you have to understand how to change it, how to work. So you have to work with the different pieces that make your mind. Okay, understand it first, so don't rush. Understand the way how the mind works, and the technicalities of the mind. And then you, as you progress in the lesson, you will start to understand a little bit at a time. And then you start to make the change according to the different step, the different level that I have covered so far. Okay, when you look back, because and then you can refer to the experience, the past experience that you had that have brought you to the where you're at now. Say, oh, okay, so because of that, that's why this, and it's based on the poison in my mind there that leads me to different kind. So so because of that, now from this point on, we stop doing that, and we start something new. See, that's how you make the change. So we stop all of that that brought us to this point, and from now we learn the lesson. We learn the different nuts and bolts, put it together, and we start the new engine, right? So now you work, you rebuild yourself. Okay, you rebuild your own mind in a way. Okay, um, it's like you're taking apart you, because you so far your mind has brought you into a place that's not working. So now you say, okay, this engine right here so far is not working. Okay, so now you're breaking it apart. Okay, breaking apart meaning you study it, you break it. Okay, this is the mind faculty, this wholesome, this is unwholesome, this is neutral, what they are, what are the poison that make the mind. So you break it apart. Okay, you break the mind apart, so you understand the mechanism, the different faculties, the ingredients of the mind. And then now you say, okay, let me put it back together. Okay, so when you put it back together, that is how you learn, who you understand the process. Okay, when this unwholesome faculty arise, that's what brought me to this point right here. It's because of this unwholesome mind faculties, which is based on the poison of the mind, which is greed, desire, hatred, jealousy, or whatnot. All this thing here brings me to this. Okay, so because of that, when you rebuild a new mind, uh, you're gonna try. Okay, this stuff here no good. Keep them out. Okay, keep them out. So we put the good stuff in. This is how you make the change, right? Now you're rebuilding your very old mind. You're rebuilding something new, okay? You're rebuilding something new, one step at a time, as you keep putting more good stuff into this mind that you have, okay? You keep putting this new stuff, and now the engine is gonna start to grow. It's the same way. If you keep whatever you feed, that's what it will give you result, okay? So you keep good, feeding it wholesome mind faculties, okay? Wholesome mind faculties, so the wholesomeness start to grow. As wholesomeness start to grow, you become more free. You feel more radiant. You feel lighter, and now you start to see the blue sky. The dark cloud will start to dissipate a little bit at a time, as you start building yourself anew. Okay, as you start building yourself anew, the dark cloud will start dissipate a little bit at a time, and at one point it's gonna become clear, and you're gonna see the clear blue sky. Okay, so but it has to start with you. Okay, it doesn't have to be like this right now. It can change. It can change, but the change has to start with you. Okay, the change does not start with other people. No. The change start with you. Okay, it's in here. That's why the Buddha always teach about this one, not about changing other people. Change this one. You have to be willing to make the change to this one. Start the change, make the change in here, the way we think, all the habits. Let go of all the bad experience that you had in your memory. Put it aside. It's gone. It's in the past. Don't worry about it. It's gone. Start something new. This is the change that you want to make to yourself, so that from now on you experience a brighter life, right? A better future, better life, and you can start to enjoy life and embrace life more fully, right? It's encompassed of, and then you would feel with love instead of hate, right? You will feel with compassion instead of anger, okay, and all of that. So yes, there is a way, okay. It doesn't have to be like this. You can make the change. Tell yourself, yes, I can make the change, and it start now, right? So until next time, I like to pay respect to the triple gems. I like to pay respect to the Buddha. I like to pay respect to the Dharma, and I like to pay respect to the Sangha. Namaste.